Senators, I attend the Senate in conformity with your notice for the purpose of joining with you for the trial of the President of the United States, and I'm now ready to take the oath.
Will you place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that in all things appertaining to the trial of the impeachment of William Jefferson Clinton, President of the United States, now pending, you will do impartial justice according to the Constitution and laws, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you so much for that warm reception. But I'll tell you, it's been a really wild couple of weeks around here, especially in sports. Now, as you know, at a certain point, about a week ago, there were no coaches left in this city. All coaches had been fired, you know. And the PI cut UW coach Jim Lambright right as he heard the news. Did you see that? Like, just like, it was like, that's up-to-the-minute journalism, just right there. Well, the NBA is back. The fans' reaction? Whatever, yeah. The league, obviously very concerned that the fans are a little miffed. They're a little upset, and they've said that the exhibition games are going to be free, and they're going to make some inexpensive tickets available for regular games. And one of the league representatives actually announced that they will talk to the players and ask them to hang around after the games and be nice to people. Did you see that? Well, I was watching, I was thinking, boy, that's got to be a deal breaker. You know, when they take that back to the players, that's got to be... You know, they want to have more input from the fans. For example, the Sonics have announced that whenever a fan stands up and screams, "Hey, I could guard Shaq better than that, McIlvain," that fan will be brought down and given the chance to do just that. That's, you know, good, got some response there. That's just one of a number of the exciting extras that the Sonics will be offering to bring some goodwill back to the Key Arena. Now, we've learned what some of the others are, and we'd like to pass along the good news. For example, Detlef Schrempf will teach you how to order your favorite coffee drink in German. Isn't that, I think that's very nice. The Sonic dancers will do lap dances for $5. Well, obviously, that's sure to catch on around the league, apparently. Before each game, Sam Perkins will pass out some of his special brownies. He's a very good baker. All kids of Sean Kemp get in free. And finally, Watch Squatch get hit in the crotch night. That's going to sure to be very popular. Well, it all sounds very exciting. We've got a great show for you tonight. We'll get right to it. But first, we'd like to welcome a new sponsor to Almost Live.
I'd never called one of these hotlines before, but now I'm glad I did.
I was skeptical at first, but then he told me things I didn't know myself.
I just couldn't believe it. It's like he knew everything, and it was all true.
These people are all talking about the Physics Hotline. Yes, for just $2.99 a minute, you can talk to your own personal physics major in the privacy of your own home.
I wasn't sure whether or not to take a job that had been offered to me in Florida. It was a good job, but I didn't want to move. My physics major wasn't able to help me with that. But when he plotted the trajectory of a projectile fired off a 30-foot platform at a velocity of 300 feet per second, I was impressed.
I never really knew my mother because she died shortly after I was born. I was hoping to talk with her in the other world, so I called the Physics Hotline, And although my physics major couldn't put me in touch with my mother, he was able to explain to me why the whole concept of other world and communicating with the dead was impossible from a scientific standpoint. My dreams were shattered, but I sure learned a lot about physics.
I was starting to get pretty serious about a relationship, but I just didn't know if he was the right guy for me. So I called the physics hotline. The person on the other end of the line told me that as a physics major, he'd never really been on a date before and probably would never go on one, much less be in a relationship. But then he explained the difference between potential and kinetic energy to me in terms that even I could understand. And I'm a beautician.
So what are you waiting for? Call the Physics Hotline today. Physics majors are standing by right now. Because really, what else do they have to do? Just $2.99 a minute.
I've read Stephen Hawking's book. Call me and I'll tell you about it.
The Physics Hotline. Call today.
All right, now let's get started here. Now, it's come to my attention that some of you feel that there have been some incidences of sexism in this office. It is not funny, all right? Now, what I want to do here is create a safe and honest environment for the next 10 minutes or until the lunches arrive so that we can talk about these things. Now, who'd like to start us out? Come on, somebody's got to start us out. Tanya, why don't you start?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like the sexism. It lets me know that I'm looking good.
Okay. All right. How about you, Sally?
What?
Okay, Meredith. How do you feel?
I don't know about sexism, but I want to thank whoever brought in those chocolate chip cookies. I've been picking out the crumbs all day just like a little bird.
Shut up. Hey, come on now, Sally, no hitting. I said no, 10 minutes.
Sorry, my fault.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Now, Tanya, you were going to say something?
Well, okay. Maybe there is one thing that I would like to bring up here. I just feel...
Okay. All right. Did you hear that? No, are you going to let him do that? Is that okay with you?
What? I have a cold.
Oh, okay, so when you have a cold, it makes you go, how about a lap dance, baby? So did
I did not say that. I did not say that.
Oh, okay, all right. Just for the record, I heard him telling somebody this morning that he did not have a cold and that he hates women. So
what are you talking about?
How do you get
this? Really sounds like kind of a separate issue between you and...
I actually do have a sexist problem. Ron seems to take real pleasure in saying the words annual report to me.
Oh. Yes, that, absolutely, that and a spreadsheet.
What's wrong with that?
Annual sounds like anal.
Okay, how about I say yearly instead?
Sounds like uterus.
Good cat. Good cat. No, I know. How about ass? The ass report. You guys, that's what you want, isn't it? Asses. Okay, give me an ass. Here, take it in. Brighten up your day a little bit. Oh, sorry. Never seen a patch of hair on a woman's back before? That shock you? Too much.
Sally, sit down.
Too much.
All right, now, Tanya, you were going to say something, weren't you?
Okay. Well, I don't really have any complaints, but, if I had to pick out one thing, and I know it is being really nitpicky and all, but, well, I'd rather that you didn't parade your whores through here.
What? When did somebody bring whores here?
Oh, last Thursday.
Okay, I'd like to remind you that last Thursday was Bring Your Daughter to Work Day.
Okay, daughter, whore, whatever. I find it inappropriate.
Okay, I think the bottom line here is that the men are frightened of the women.
We are not.
Okay, look, can we just look at some solutions to these real or imagined issues here? Because we're trying to...
Meredith just took her bra off. I'm feeling free. I was constricted. Yeah, but I'm free now. It's still warm.
Can we talk about some solutions here, Sally?
You know what? I want to talk about periods.
Oh, yeah, really. Thank you, Sally, thank you.
You're welcome.
Why can't we just celebrate our periods? We celebrate every other non-event of this office.
Oh, but, today is your period. It's my period, too. That's good. I think it would be a nice gesture if we had an ovulation chart next to our monthly goal charts on the wall. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
The 10 minutes have got to be up.
Yeah, the lunches are here, I think.
Guys, look, do you know what really helps with cramps? When you stand, like this.
Grab another beer. Yeah, me too. Thanks.
Hey, Travis, I have to run into the kitchen for a second. Would you mind holding Madison?
I really don't want to.
Oh, you'll be fine. Come on.
I've never held a baby
Oh,
before.
you'll be fine. Just all you have to do is support her neck and her head. Oh, see there. You're a natural.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, I'll be right back.
I've never done this before.
You'll be fine.
Hi, little Madison. How you doing? Hi, baby. There you go. Oh my gosh, the baby's on fire! Oh my gosh!
Wait a minute, you gotta support her little neck. Right there.
Did you see it?
And don't touch the soft spot. There you go.
Did you see the baby? It was on fire! What are you doing, little baby? What's Did you see that? Did you see that?
No. She's just a little colicky. You gotta support the head.
Colicky?
You gotta rock her a little bit and she'll be fine.
She was on fire!
Just rock her, she'll be fine.
No, she was on fire!
She'll be fine.
Why are you doing this to me? Why? Not again! I don't believe it! Not again! Oh my gosh! Not again! I'm coming, Madison! Don't explode this time, okay, little kid? Please don't explode. Please, just stay like this.
Oh, hello, my little sweetheart. Oh, Travis, you've done such a good job with Madison. Hey, would you mind checking up on Grandpa for me? Thanks.
I'm not very good with old people.
Good evening. This is the Late Report. Well, Governor Locke has named State Senator Eugene Prince to head the State Liquor Board. The new appointee now wants to be called the Liquor Board guy formerly known as Senator Prince. The United States Department of Justice is investigating the theft of parts of Kennewick man's femur bones. They're asking all citizens to be on the lookout for anyone who looks suspicious, is behaving oddly, or is carrying around the femur bones of Kennewick man. The Elvis Invitationals, 1999, were held at the Crocodile Cafe this week. The events included stealing guitar licks from black musicians, stalking 17-year-olds in Germany, and dying on the toilet. Well, the Project for Excellence in Journalism recently graded local newscasts, giving King a C, Como a D, and Cairo an F+. KSTW was given an incomplete for firing its entire staff before the holidays. A Seattle Times poll shows that 48% of local residents expect economic good times in the next 5 years. 23% predict bad times, and 5% don't know or had no opinion. Of the 5% who didn't know or had no opinion, 50% didn't know, 45% had no opinion, and 5% didn't know or had no opinion on whether they didn't know or had no opinion. Bird watchers are flocking to a Portland neighborhood to see a little brown finch that took a wrong turn in Siberia. The bird watchers say they're fascinated with the finch largely because they've never seen such a stupid bird before. The Seattle Reign women's basketball team, which played its final game last month, said goodbye to about 500 fans at the Seattle Center on Tuesday night. Next month, the Seattle Sonics will play their first game of the season and say hello to about 500 fans at the Key Arena. And now for this commentary about the NBA, David Scully. David?
The whole NBA situation was frustrating. Thank you.
What? Do you care to elaborate on that?
No, not really. I'm just glad that the players are playing again so I can get back to my normal way of life.
What do you mean, your normal way of life?
Well, without a game on, I've had to engage in these intimate conversations with this woman who's been living inside my house.
Wait a minute, you have a woman living in your house?
Yeah. I didn't even know who she was at first. I thought she was just this woman who was just walking in front of the TV set when I was trying to watch the game. It turns out she's my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. That is really weird, because as soon as I turned off the game, I found a woman in my house and a couple of kids, and like, when there wasn't a game on, these kids, they expected me to raise them. What is that?
And another thing, without a game on, I've had to engage in, real conversations with guys I've known about 15 years. And that's probably the worst thing. I mean, that's why we had the game on, so we would not have to indulge in real conversations.
See, you know what? I have to say, I don't really mind having the real conversations.
Yeah, but, now that the strike is over, if people see two guys, just talking, and they're not talking about sports, they're going to think, they're lovers or something.
Well, but, I mean, in having these real conversations, I have to say, I've realized that the games are a reflection of my life,
Yeah, Mm-hmm.
And it seems like, whenever there's some sort of sports strike, then my life falls apart.
Yeah, deep.
Yeah, so without the games on, I've begun to finally really take a good look at myself for the first time, and it's kind of depressing.
You know who's depressed is former coach Lambright.
Yeah, but, David, up until now, I've always made myself bad, for having these feelings.
Speaking of bad, 6-6 is not a bad season make, okay?
Come on, David, this is a cry for help, okay?
Lambright is the only man who deserves to cry, okay? So you better suck it up.
Yeah, you're right. People forget about the 44-25 record you have. You know what I mean? He was wrong,
Yeah,
okay?
so do you have any real problems?
Hell no!
All right.
Go
Dogs! Yeah!
Go Dogs! Finally, the ferry Kalakala must leave Pier 66 on January 14th, and the owners say they're not sure where it's going. The best guess is about 300 yards out into open water and then straight down. This has been the Late Report. Thank you, and we'll be right back. It is a sad yet strangely joyful day here at Almost Live as we say goodbye to one of our own, our associate producer, Hans Eric Gosch. Yes, 3 names, is leaving us for New York tomorrow, and so here is a brief retrospective of some of his finer moments.
Jimmy! This is Jimmy. He's our intern from the Forest Service.
For the memory of candlelight and wine, castles on the Rhine, the Parthenon and moments on the Hudson River line. How lovely it was.
Yeah, I think that we should catch all of the Klingons in a really big trap. Lord, make it so I can become invisible.
Of rainy afternoons, swinging Harlem tunes, and motor trips, and burning lips, and burning toast and prunes, and thank you.
Damn it, Jimmy! You're gonna bruise the gin!
And make it so I can see through women's clothing, Lord.
Sit down! Thank you very much for inviting us into your homes. Once again, they're much nicer than ours. If you'd like to come see Almost Live, there's the ticket number right there, 421-5555. These guys had a wonderful time, didn't you? Yeah, oh yeah. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.